Welcome to another edition of HiLiner News. I'm Trey. And I'm Corbin. Carving pumpkins is a classic fall tradition for many people, but have you ever seen a bird carve a pumpkin? Reporter Leah Hallcoulter checks out this event.
I love fall. Ankle boots, leaves, black cats, and pumpkins. But as the winter months fast approach, I have one fall question that needs to be answered. Can a chicken carve a pumpkin?
Yes.
Knowing and seeing the roosters, yeah, I think they'll carve a pumpkin.
But why get chickens in the first place?
I had grown up with my grandparents having chickens, and so therefore I thought it would be kind of fun.
We had talked about it, and I think it was more or less an impulse buy when we were at TSC.
It's kind of nice because we don't have any ticks in the yard, and they are generally nice to have around to have fresh eggs.
They're awesome. People probably don't think they have personalities, but they do. And when we lose them, we're sad because we grow attached to them. When people ask if we eat them, that is kind of startling and offensive because they all have names.
Now that we have roosters, it's kind of nice that you hear a crowing in the yard every so often.
They need to learn some manners. They're big bullies of the yard. Just ask our duck.
With this newly gathered information, I got a pumpkin and prepped it for carving. I left it for the birds, and after a day, not much progress was made. But after 2 days, the carving was complete. The chickens carved a masterpiece, in my opinion, and definitely answered my question. Yes, chickens can carve a pumpkin. Reporting for HiLiner News, this is Leah Hallcoulter.
Let's get to know the new face behind the scenes in The Office. Reporters Kinley Suffolk and Faith Schmidt bring you the story.
Hi.
I am originally from Harvey, North Dakota. I grew up there. I went to school in Harvey. I graduated from Harvey in 2010. And then from there, I went on to Bismarck State College to get a degree in administrative assistant. My husband, David, and I have been married for 3 years, and we have one dog. He is the light of our life. His name is Finn. He is a black golden doodle, and he is 3 years old. Before Valley City, we lived in Beasley, North Dakota, and I was the school secretary there for grades pre-K through 12, and I loved it. Well, we don't really live in Valley City. We live on a farm north and west of Valley City. My husband is the 712 principal at Barnes County North, and I got a job at Valley City High School because I was looking to get back into a school because that's what I love to do. My favorite thing about Valley City is all the vast majority of food places because we didn't have that in our tiny little town before. And I love the small town feel, even though it is rather large from what I am used to.
Have a good day.
You too.
For HiLiner News, this is Kinley Suffolk.
A couple of weeks ago, the Student Council put on a mental health week. Reporter Carter Haas brings you the recap.
Monday was Positive Affirmations Day, and Jefferson students were encouraged to write their own.
I'm good at football.
I'm good at soccer. I'm kind.
I am nice. I am respectful.
I am cheerful and I am positive.
I'm a good reader and I'm a good singer.
I am myself. I'm a good person. I am fun.
I am a good artist. I'm a good tennis player.
I am cuckoo.
Tuesday was filled with fun. Water bottles with positive messages were sold along with flavoring packets for a self-care day. Taking care of yourself has multiple benefits, as according to the Southern New Hampshire University study, self-care has proven to decrease or fully eliminate any anxiety and depression while helping manage stress and improving energy. Wednesday was Relaxation Day. All students were encouraged to draw on papers handed out by the Student Council and on a big poster by the North Office. The main challenge on Wednesday was to wear green to support mental health awareness and relax with fun activities. Thursday was Shredding Day. Students came down to write their deepest feelings by the north door and put them in a paper shredder. They could also get stickers left over from Wednesday and other mental health resources. Friday was a day to stay connected, so the Student Council handed out toy pets with positive messages for free. It was a fun way to end a great mental health week. Take care of yourselves. And reporting for HiLiner News, this is Carter Haas.
Have you ever seen the show Hot Ones? Reporters Corbin Powell and Trey McParland take on their own fiery twist, HiLiner Hot Ones.
One contestant will ask a trivia question to the person sitting across from them. If they answer correctly, they're spared and don't have to eat a super spicy chicken wing. But if they answer wrong, they have to eat a wing. The game starts with a game of rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first.
What is the distance of a marathon in miles?
23 miles.
No. 26.2. You know, shoot.
Who has won more tennis Grand Slam titles? A. Serena Williams or B. Venus Williams?
Serena Williams.
That is correct. In feet, how high can a penguin jump? A. 5 feet, B. 2 feet, C. 7 feet, or D. 9 feet?
3 feet.
9 feet.
Holy. Considered a delicacy in some countries, what is a tamale? A. Lizard gizzard. B. Lobster liver. C. Turkey tongue. Or D. Sheep feet.
Lobster liver.
Correct. Thanks for joining us for the first edition of HiLiner Hot Ones.
City Park has a fresh new look. Reporters Faye Schmidt and Jessica Cook swing by to check it out.
The existing playground was no longer safe. We couldn't get parts for it, and so we had to make a decision on what to do. The decision was to replace it. We believe the one that was there was probably put in the 70s sometime. Typical playground life is sometimes 20, 25 years. We try to maintain them for as long as we can, but at some point in time we have to replace them. And I believe we made a decision in April on what playground we were going to go with. So we started with our budget at $190,000, and we brought it up to the companies and asked the companies to give us at least 2 designs on what they would like, what they would fit in there. They had to come out and see the site to make sure that would structurally go into our site. We reviewed them and we ranked them, and that one came out on top. And then we brought it to the park board, and the park board looked at it, and this is one they liked too. So they took our recommendation. That's one that we went with. It was a matter of getting it ordered and then just getting it into the rotation to get installed. So we actually had a company install it for us. Our guys took the old one out, removed the sand, and put new sand back into the new one. We actually wanted to make that an all-inclusive playground. That was our first choice, with a poured-in-place surfacing, so it would be accessible by all. The issue was the surfacing. When we talked to the playground manufacturers, that it cannot be flooded, and that park is prone to flooding. But we are still looking at, is there an area that we could put in an accessible playground? Issue is the playground then gets to be from, instead of $200,000, it'll be about $1 million for us to do, but it's still something that is on our radar and that we'd like to look at in the future.
For HiLiner News, this is Jessica Cook.
The VCHS theater program is doing some things differently this year.
Let's take a look with reporters Kylie Van Bruggen and Ashlyn Hartzell.
So actually how this whole idea sparked was last year the Mean Girls movie musical came out. What if we did Mean Girls for this year's musical? I am the director of this musical, and I also play Regina George, who is the Queen Bee of North Shore High.
I play Katie Heron. She's the main character, which is scary for me because I've never been like the biggest character on stage. Me and her kind of relate in a way because she's like the main character. The main character, yeah, that's, I play Gretchen. She's one of the plastics, and she's just so fetch.
Karen Smith. She's one of like the main 3 mean girls.
I play Janice, and she's pretty cool. She's kind of emo. I don't want to say that, but she is kind of, or goth. Something that's not preppy.
I played Damien. He is one of the main character's friends. He fulfills that kind of gay best friend trope.
I play Regina George's mom. She's kind of different. She's not like a regular mom. She's a cool mom.
I am our resident lights guy, so I make all of the lighting effects on stage happen, and then I also kind of choreograph and tell what our spotlighters to do.
I'm the adult supervisor, so I was in charge of getting the scripts, ordering. I've built a lot of set stuff. I'll help with costuming and just overseeing and being the contact for parents.
The hardest part of the show is probably directing the show. It just is definitely a monster to take on. It is a full 2-act musical with songs and acting, and I took on the role of directing it with help from adults and other students, but if you ask who's directing it, it is me.
The hardest part so far is just remembering blocking and remembering what to do, where I do it, when I do it, staying on beat with the music.
Trying to memorize my lines and my songs.
Well, it's a musical, which was last year, but I didn't have as many songs to sing.
We are also using performance accompaniment tracks, so it's these pre-recorded tracks from an orchestra that is recorded for us to use. So it's not just going to be piano, it's going to sound like we have a whole orchestra.
I love theater because of the people that are in it, and I just feel so natural on stage, and it's just a really fun way to express who I am.
It's been incredible. I'm really, really impressed. The kids are doing amazing.
It is student-led, so there's not a director to be there on set who is an adult and can just answer every single question or send people in the hallway to work on things, because we're all doing it as a collaborative effort. It's going to be super good, and I just really hope people come and support it.
This is Ashlyn
and Kylie.
Make sure to support the VCHS Theater Department by attending Mean Girls the Musical November 14th through 16th at 7 p.m. and November 17th at 2 p.m.
Doors open 30 minutes before each showtime.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of HiLiner News. I'm Corbin.
And I'm Trey.